Hey, my Legion. How y'all doing today? I'm here with a review of a movie. Like I said, when I did Primetime, Primetime is a very obscure film. This one is too, but made on a bigger budget with more. Well, there was a lot of some well-known actors in Primetime also, but this was made on a much bigger budget. It was called Get Crazy, released by an Avco embassy back in 1983. And what it is the director. They said on Rotten Tomatoes. Guy who directed, her name was Alan Arkush. I keep wanting to say Alan Alda, or but Alan Arkush. He said it was like he was a long time employee of Fillmore East, a popular rock concert locale of the 60s and 70s, and he brought a great idea to insider savvy in this comedy about the concert circuit and its denizens. And what happened was, he was saying that he wanted to make a serious version of this, but the only way he could make it, could get it made, was to make a like airplane type comedy. And basically, like I said, Rawls running this. He said everything in the movie is true except done for comedic effect, for the most part, and revolves around a fictional place called the Saturn, and it's playing on having like the greatest. It's on New Year's Eve. It's supposed to have the greatest rock concert of all time. That's what they said. And it shows like the behind the scenes footage and like a whole lot of different people. Some people I knew at the time, I know now, like Daniel Stern. I didn't know him at the time. I definitely know him now. You know, Malcolm McDowell's in like a Mick. He's like a Mick Jagger type wannabe. Well, not wannabe, like a Mick Jagger type. And he speaks in with a British accent. It reminds you a lot of the character he played in Clockwork Orange, except, well, he's kind of a jerk in this one too. And Ed Begley Jr. plays like the evil guy that wants to buy the thing for the Saturn and destroy it and make it into a high-rise building. Yeah, it's a common thread right there. But what happens is they're trying to make this thing for this big giant concert. There's lots of comedy, off the wall, offbeat comedy. Really, I mean, really clever stuff. Not as funny as like Primetime was. There's some jokes in it, but I mean, it's very entertaining. And I mean, when I say rock concert, there's like four different types of bands there. There's like a jazz blues band. And then there was some band called Nada, which is supposed to be like a new wave type Go-Go's. And then they have a guy named Piggy, which is actually a guy from the band Fear, was in it, right? And then you have the Malcolm McDowell character doing some, and all these actors did their own vocal tracks. And it said that Malcolm McDowell, where's it at? Malcolm McDowell, I think he specifically wanted to do his own vocals. Where's it at? Yeah. And, you know, no one except Lou Reed. Lou Reed's in the movie too. Malcolm McDowell specifically requested that he be allowed to sing as a condition for his contract. Now, I mean, the only one that wrote a song was Lou Reed, and he plays a guy named Auden, right? And it's weird. I mean, he comes back like a folk singer, comes back from retirement. I don't want to give anything away, but I mean, stay till the ending credits. You see his Lou Reed performance. I mean, I really enjoyed the film. Like I said, rock country, but there's different types of music in, like blues and stuff like that. It's very entertaining because it's like they have like the first 45 minutes or so was like the preparation and getting to know these characters, and then that after that's the concert where they have like them performing, have a bunch of really crazy stuff happening in the back behind the scenes of the concert. It's a very entertaining movie that no one saw. I remember seeing the commercials for it. They had like, and on the ad they had like a girl riding guitar. That's what Tony put the thumbnail for that in there. Thank you very much. I wanted to see it. It's hard to locate too. It's on YouTube, so that's good. But I mean, when I was trying to locate it before, I just couldn't find any of the video rental places. I think in Fort Detrick, it's either Fort Detrick or some other place. I rented it, and it was weird because usually they have like the traditional. If you rent for Avco Embassy, they have the traditional SP mode with like a lot of tape in there. But this one had very little tape and recording SLP mode, which I was really surprised with a major release. Is that, I mean, like I said, it played for 1 week and was gone. And that was a shame. I really want to see it. And then I got more interested in it, saying, well, I got to see what this movie's about. And then they used to have something called Embassy Night at the Movies. And it'd be once a month on a Saturday night at midnight. And they'd have, like, different movies, including, like, I remember seeing the Chuck Norris movie Eye for an Eye, which no one ever talks about, with Professor Tanaka in it, which is really good. Ken Wall movie Soldier, not to be fused with the Kurt Russell movie Soldier, which is awesome. The Ken Russell movie Soldier wasn't very good. Eddie and the Cruisers, and a bunch of other ones. I missed the one when they had Get Crazy. I missed that, and then they had Take This Job and Shove It, which I still want to see, based on the Johnny Paycheck song. I want to see that. It's supposed to be really good. But, I mean, I really enjoyed the film. And then they said that, something weird, they said it was released like the movie The Producers. Let me see. They said that, first of all, the guy constantly fought with one producer, the director. And they said that, they had like a scam. They set up, they came up with it to release. Wait a second. The scam they came up with to release it was to sell shares into some Wall Street tax shelter group and then put it out in the theater so it would lose money. And he said just like the Producers back in 1968. So no one saw it on purpose. I mean, and it said that the audience that saw it didn't get it. They didn't understand how there could be a rock concert with all different kinds of acts. But I mean, that's all right. And then the director, my take on it's a movie with 3,000 punchlines, but only 1,000 jokes. There's too much zaniness and not enough human comedy. It was just too bizarre. I enjoyed the film. I really liked it. Like I said, another obscure film with a bigger budget, except there's a scene with Malcolm McDowell on a plane. They're all goofing off. That scene looked really cheap. Aside from that, it's a pretty decent looking movie. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's definitely worth watching. Like I said, it's available on YouTube. Now, FCO Embassy went out of business, and I know MGM bought the rights to the movie. Like FCO Embassy released on VHS. They said that it might be unlikely for it to go on DVD because of the problem with the sound elements or like the music. Like the movie Heavy Metal, it took forever for that movie, made back in, 81, 82, to get released on videotape and DVD because they had problem with licensing fees for the songs. That's the same thing that happened to SCTV. They said that, why hasn't SCTV been on VHS or DVD? And they said music. Because they said they didn't know they had to pay rights because they just would put a song in and just show it on edit it and show it on the TV. But no, that took a while. And then some of the songs, there was a couple times it was really strange that they edited and put something else on there. A few times. Very bizarre. But I really enjoyed Get Crazy. I want to thank Tony Town for making me the awesome thumbnail. I really appreciate it, man. I love the iconic picture of the girl riding the guitar. That sold it for me. Like I said, I mean, it's not like, when I said rock kind, it's not like metal or anything like that, but it's a very enjoyable film. I really liked it. 9 out of 10. I think you will too. Now, now if it does get released on DVD, it'll probably be part of MGM's Midnight Movies, And then he did a movie about rock and roll that did much better a few years back called Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones in it. And that was a bigger hit. So I hope you like this video. I have a t-shirt, Take Care of My Legion t-shirt, available through Me&B Designs. I'll put the link in the description where you can find it. And until next time, bye please. Take care of my Legion.